So we're doing a kind of a community look at art. So this is kind of our opinions and mostly praise of what the community has been doing out there. We're not art or mini painting experts. We have dabbled in the past, but I wouldn't say that we're critics. So it's mostly going to be a lot of, hey, this is really cool.
That looks so good.
So thank you for everybody who submitted. This is just us talking about it. So first we're starting off with Andrew Roberts, and he painted some bears. I quite enjoy these bears. Like the armor color. I wouldn't expect kind of a bronzy on them. So it's cool to see. Also, it's kind of cool that each bear is a different type of bear.
Can you name them all?
Polar on the left. Mm-hmm. And then we have what I assume is a black bear here. And then we have, is that a grizzly? I don't know. And then a brown bear. I also really like this blue color.
The color combination is not something I would have ever thought to put together, and it looks so good.
Oh, he also based them.
Oh yeah.
So that's really cool.
No, I love the I'm gonna go ahead and assume that they're jeans on them. It's like the jean blue and texture and highlighting. I'm a sucker for a good highlight. All of the fur looks really detailed and good too, and I just
definitely this is a good example. And he did a really nice job compositing the whole photo with the trees and, you know, the road up here.
Oh, now you're judging photos?
Well, I'm just saying, like...
Photo quality does matter.
Yeah, he did overall, really good job. Here we go with the Admiral. And I have to say, this face here is amazing.
Okay. So I am not a video game player, but I feel like it reminds me of a video game character.
It reminds me of General Grievous. Maybe that's what Admiral is kind of based off of, because General Grievous has like a lot of arms, but just they carry lightsabers instead. I love this face. I think it's really well done. And just the amount of detail that Kevin was able to do here.
Honestly, this pouch right here, I don't know why. Is it a pouch? I don't know.
A belt buckle?
Belt buckle. That whole section there is just so beautiful to me. For some reason, it's gorgeous and I love it.
And then there's this like one grenade that's green down here. Excellent.
It's
like
just so good.
Attention to detail that there's one grenade that has that greenish color. And all the others are kind of like this goldy, oh man, the detail in the weapons. For people that don't paint, it's really difficult to make sure, especially on these minis that are really this small, to make sure that, oh, this part's gold and this part's silver. And there is a clear and distinct separation between the two.
I think it's difficult for you.
And I'm average, so it's difficult.
So, no, I know what you mean. Tiny details are difficult.
Like, it's right here. Like, you can see that there's gold in here, and then the rest is silver.
I love just like the distressing of the breastplate here. It just is so, like, it is detailed. And I don't know if, I haven't gotten a good look at Admiral Jim's model and if he already has some of this detailing in there or if it was put in there, but just the distressing of it and the shading, just, I'm a sucker for a good shade.
No. And then also the whole composite is excellent. Well done. And I think this is also one of Kevin's.
The rose gold on Fia Bonnie looks so good.
Yeah.
Like never would have painted her for a pink. It looks so good on her.
Again, like the detail of the hilt having gold.
The knives though.
You are 100% correct.
And then even like the shading around the knives, you know, just those little bit of shading and things that's in there that's just so pretty. All of these color combinations make me feel like I am so uncreative. I thought I was creative by turning Anshu into Mothman, but...
What people are doing is just really amazing. It looks like this and this would go together.
I mean, they're painted by the same person.
I know. So yeah, good theming. And then like, look at that pouch here. Like,
God, I hate painting pouches and belts and straps because I feel like there's just too many of them and it gets boring and redundant and I feel like I always end up missing something or they all end up looking the same. And I can tell the difference between the strap and the pouch and the belt and the knee pads, like just.
And then this is also Kevin. Kevin's painted his Zenithrax blue and brown.
Don't ask me to explain, but she looks like candy.
What doesn't look like candy to you?
No, doesn't she look like toffee?
A little bit. That is the brown is definitely like a.
And the blue, some reason, ends to it. Like, I say that in the nicest way. I love it.
I love, and a lot of people have done this with Zenithrax, is that each layer of the feathers are a different color. And this like white to brown and brownish black is very well done. And then also the nice wash in the white feathers to bring out all that detail.
I have never been able to successfully wash white feathers to get them to look like feathers and not be dirty.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to do.
Can we talk about, though?
This?
Yes, like it just caught my eye, just that whole arm piece into the shoulder piece. Just the strokes and the texturing, and I don't know if he was purposefully trying to make it look like wood.
It does.
It does a little bit look like wood, and it's just like it's so pretty.
Yeah, it definitely looks like wooden armor. Zenithrax is the vine weaver, right? It's vines and like this woody substance that has grown.
Watch us be way off the mark and him be like, that's leather.
This is mahogany.
That is mahogany.
Oh man. Look at the color in the.
Like, I love painting blues, but painting blues are so difficult for me to get well.
I am a sucker for a pretty blue. Kind of remiss that the tail section is so.
That we can't see it.
Yeah, because that would have been fun to see.
I just thought of something absolutely horrible, and don't take this the wrong way. She's colored like Snorlax. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She's so pretty, much prettier than Snorlax, but.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're gonna talk about the composition of the photo?
I can't unsee it now.
You can't unsee Snorlax?
No, the photo's good.
I like the other Zenny's tails over here in the corner.
Yeah, it's like hidden in shame over on the side. I would prefer this paint job over the
one that we have.
The one that we have. That's because Rogue took his back.
Yeah, Rogue was so mean and took his really, really nice painted one back. Set my expectations way too high. Thanks, Rogue.
All right, now we're moving on to Levi. Oh, okay, Levi. How did you do it? How did you make these look so good? So
one of the things when I first saw the paints of the bears was they looked dirty, they looked grimy, and I was like, I guess they're not, like, how did they not get the white? This fur is what I was expecting from the painted set, not what the yellowy whatever we got. And then just the distressing on the armor, like the scratches.
It's so good. Like the edge highlighting here where you have that lighter color and then the deeper blue. And then, it's distressed. It's highly distressed too. Like these bears have been fighting for a long time. The
places that are lighter are the places that would be lighter, that would be getting hit on the edge, that would be roughed away. Like not only is it done really well, it's thought about really well.
Like these bears are fighters. Like their knuckles would be worn down a little bit from hitting people and being hit. So yeah, you're 100% right.
No, there is one thing that could make these bears better.
Hats.
Bear hats.
Bear hats. Moving on to Bachburna.
Again.
With Levi.
So pretty. Now, Levi, or whoever, somebody, correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like he's done it without any washes, just with like shading and highlighting. And I love a good wash as much as the next guy, but just blending and shading and highlighting is like, that's where my love is.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this has a wash at all because, no offense to people that do washes, because washes can oftentimes do a really good job bringing out the detail of a model.
Oh, washes are great.
But they do tend to like muddy up colors. So like this nice pale that I see here, like that to me screams that there wasn't a wash put on here, especially since there's like that distinct contrast between that bright color and this darker color. It looks really good.
And then the shoulder piece.
Oh yeah.
Like, and we can only see a little bit of it, but just the little bit that I could see, and the highlighting on the metal pieces, because correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's any metallics in this.
I don't think so. I think it's just like down here I think this is all just white. I don't think it's actually a metallic paint.
Yeah, which is like something that I have tried to do and failed to do many, many times.
It might be. I don't know. That's like, I can't tell. Like here it kind of looks metallic. I don't know if it's a metallic paint or not.
Either way, it's great. Like down there's no metallics on that blade.
No, this is just a lighter color.
Which is what makes me think that there isn't any metallics on the stuff and he's just done it with the matte paint. I would be willing to bet he used Monument.
Yeah, this definitely does. It's very matte.
This screams Monument. And like see on the barrel there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. There's no metallic paint. It's just the varies of blacks to whites, and it's gorgeous.
We're going to start a series and set like it's in the vein of Is It Cake? And it's going to be Is It painted with metallics or not?
Is it metallic?
Is it metallic?
And I'm gonna go with no. There's no metallics on this, and it's so cool.
It's so well done. Another Levi.
Levi out here showing us all up. Again, back to the obvious, the armor.
Yeah.
The distressing on the armor is just top notch.
It's definitely, the bears were definitely Jandar. And this, I would say, a more Vidar like color scheme with where Jandar is that deep blue. Vidar is that kind of gray blue. And that definitely shines even in this armor here.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think it is metallic.
I think this one is metallic.
But I think it had to be.
That makes sense.
He's rusted too. Not rusted, but you know, he's got some of that weathering on him. The guns and his arms look different from each other. And I appreciate that because they're not the same piece.
Like, I really like that guy's kind of bone, like, General Grievous vibe. But I also love this, you know, accent gold here with silver. And done a really good job, like, bringing out this metal piece. And the purple here, it's very understated, but really cool.
It just adds something that I very much like.
Like this kind of looks like these pieces were washed, but I can't be 100% sure.
I don't know. Though he could have just also used a wash and done highlighting, because putting multiple techniques in one. I really hope that he sees this and he lets us know. Like if you watch this, please, like genuinely, I want to know because it's so good.
Yeah. All right, this is another Levi. Everybody that submitted will probably be together.
Okay. Is it metallic?
No.
No, it's not metallic.
No,
I don't think so.
Maybe this gun?
No, it's not. You know what is my favorite thing in this entire photo?
What's that?
The sword all the way on the right. That blade is, you know, and they all have greenish blades together, but something about that green blade is just mesmerizing. Every time I've looked at this photo, every single time I go straight to that, and it's so cool. I would love to hear the community's thoughts on basing figures, because I've heard both people really want and like the basing of figures. Other people are like, what if you want to climb a ladder and then it scrapes off this material and then you have messy stuff all over the place? I personally don't want the mess of basing a figure, so I don't, but I love the look. These look like pirates on sandy beaches. I also never realized this guy kind of looks like Davy Jones. Yeah, you never noticed? No, but this really pulls out that vibe for me with the tentacles. And I'm happy you said it because I couldn't remember the name and I was trying to think it. You just look more and more. The knee pads, the leather boots. All of the things upon the belts and strapped the thighs, and it definitely looks like they all went into the same Urban Outfitters and walked out with a similar outfit. That's because they're a team, Adam. Exactly. It's thematically correct. Also, what type of Urban Outfitters carries grenades? The kind in Valhalla. Okay. So, yeah. Again, killing it, Levi. Killing it. If you're watching this, let us know how long these took you, because I'm a very slow painter and I don't output good results at all. So if you told me that this took you 20 minutes, I'm going to be so uberly jealous. I don't think it took him 20 minutes. I don't know, but moving on to Levi's Viscerat. Nope. Moving on to Rakshat, the Steward of Death. Okay, this is what I wanted to pull out of the box when we got ours. The mushroom.
Like, that's what my eye is drawn to immediately.
I love the rib cage where it's like that play between the bones and the bark and like what it's supposed to look like that ours doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Like, this distinction is between here and there is really well done in this one. And then the gradient from like the dark to the new growth.
Like, this one is quote unquote one of the more simple quote unquote or like quote unquote basic color schemes of the ones that we've seen. This one's my favorite that he's done. And maybe it's just because I really, really like the design of Rakshot and ours looks awful, but it's just so good.
It is very well done. And here we have a Raylan on her tiger.
I never knew I needed Raylan on a black tiger. I did not know that, well, it's a manticore, but.
Is that what they are?
Yes.
Oh, I had
That's why the tail's a scorpion tail, sweetie.
You know, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so full disclaimer, I have a problem with HeroScape figures sometimes, or I get figure blind to them, where like when I'm playing, they just in my mind turn into these blobs of certain colors.
It took you nearly 15 years to see that Marku has a tongue and teeth.
Yeah, so they just like, it's really hard. So yeah, I never knew, and maybe the paint job has an issue with the pre-painted that I just never noticed that, yeah, the tail is definitely
I think you just never
scorpion.
looked at it.
I've 100% looked at it.
I think you just went
I think
in one eye and out the other.
Okay, so manticores have tusks, or is this?
Yes.
This looks like a tusk, and it looks really well done.
You know what I love? The spikes on the back of the armor. Almost not quite comic booky, cartoony coloring, and I don't know if that was the intention, but I love it. Let's play at them. Is it metallic?
I don't think so, because and the reason I don't think it's metallic is because this looks like a white highlight. So like he painted it and then he edge highlighted these, and you wouldn't do that with a metallic, I don't think.
I don't know if the bronze or gold, or I'm bad with colors, is metallic either.
I think this is metallic.
You think so?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
This looks metallic, and it doesn't look like it has any of the edge highlighting.
No. Can we talk about the fur and the leg for a sec?
Yes, we can. Like
I can see its claws.
Yeah, this area right here.
Yes.
Like, oh my goodness.
Never thought you'd be drooling over a manticore's thigh, did you? And then Raylan's armor, too.
Yeah, like the nice red.
The highlight. Oh. Hey, look, Raylan has a face.
Raylan does have a face. It's not just painted silver. This is a very good ombre.
Wet blending.
Yeah.
It might not have been wet blending. I love the fact that the wings on each of the figures was color matched. Not color matched, but like scheme matched. That we have in hers those browns and those tans, and then we see it in the manticore as well. Like all throughout, their colors match each other. Like they belong together.
Can we also talk about how well the eye was done?
Eyes are so hard.
Eyes are so hard, but like this is, and I know it's getting a little pixelated, but like there is a clear like line around the eyeball, and then the pupil is like really well done. And I also love that they're yellow.
The yellow is so nice.
This looks like dry brushing. I
love seeing multiple different techniques in one model.
Yeah, it's really excellent.
It's so cool.
We're moving on to Michael White. A lot of good use of color.
I mean, I think these are all pretty similar to the original.
Yeah, the premium painted.
I do, and like this is a really silly, simple thing. I like that the colors were matched from Night Irene to the Frost Claws.
Yes.
Like, and it's just a little thing. I like some of the highlighting and the texturing in her fur. Like, the fur of her fur.
Yeah. Another picture from Michael of the Night Irene is the individual with her jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
But yeah, I think we'll move on from this because it's a little dark and a little backlit, so it's really hard to see. Rogue! Buddy, putting us all to shame.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say the thing that I have been trying to convince Adam of, and I could be wrong, and Rogue will let us know. Are the two Xenethrax negatives of each other? Is the blue one on the left, is it a negative?
I don't think so.
I wholeheartedly think that it is, and he did it on purpose. And if he didn't do it on purpose, it looks almost exactly like a negative.
Well, this purple's negative is, I think, this color.
Yes.
Where it breaks down is the blues and...
No, I showed you it, remember?
And I told you it didn't.
And well, I guess he'll tell us if that was the intention. Also, can we take a quick moment to look at Durham real fast?
Look at the details.
Durham looks like the cool uncle at a barbecue that's like, hey, you want to come do something slightly illegal?
And Buddy's charge.
He also did the blues on the bears, which I think is, I like that that's a color combination that people are doing, is the royal blue, they reversed it. I think it's really cool.
Oh man, look, see how there's this, you know, the top of the jetpack, the ring underneath of it.
Yes.
Like, I know we're zooming in a lot. Like, you have to understand, like, you know, you people know Hero Escape figures, this is tiny. Like, and just getting that, like, attention to detail, like, and I have this trouble when doing models, is that when it's unpainted, it's really hard to distinguish what the materials that you're painting, because everything is the same color. So you're looking at this figure and you're like, what is that? Is that a shirt underneath? Is that fur? Is that a piece of fabric that the bear is wearing? Like, what color should it be? So just that attention to detail of really thinking about your model and what is the material and what that material would look like is just very well done here.
I also love this cape on that knave right in front of him. And I've been dying to paint the knaves specifically because I want to paint that knave, because I am a sucker for fabric. Like fabric, hats, I love painting those things, and that is so pretty. Along with Killian's hat right next door. Just it's hard to see because he was small and everything, but you can see the highlighting on the edge that's giving it that wearing of a leather hat. There are so many things in this photo. I feel like we could spend forever looking at this photo.
And I'm currently painting Killian Vane, and he is currently my least favorite thing in the world.
Did you notice that the way he based this one?
I know, it's the classic sticker, which, is it a sticker?
I don't think so, but it's mimicking it.
He does do stickers, because our cavalry has stickers.
Oh yeah, just so many things.
Also, the bear's individual teeth.
Oh, why you gotta point that out, man? That hurts me. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Is it metallic? I think it's metallic.
I think it's metallic.
I think it's metallic. Night Irene, this is the coolest I have seen Night Irene look.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I didn't love her sculpt and everything, but this is like the most intense and fierce I have ever seen Night Irene.
Yeah, there's a lot here that was done very well.
And the more that we look, the more that I see that there's other things hiding. Why did he have to do it like this?
And then our old friend.
Oh yeah. I didn't even talk about her because I've been up close and personal with her. Her eyes though.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see in this photo, but when we played with her and we got her up close and personal, is that there's even a highlight in her eyes.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my, I didn't even, think about this, but look at his walls.
Huh, yeah.
He's textured that's actually, and he painted. So that's actually a really good idea.
He knew that you were looking for photo composition and he was like, I got this.
I know, but here's the thing though. Look down here. That does not seem like a good time of me having to clean our table every time we play Hero Escape, and we can see it in the water too. It's like, okay, I have to vacuum.
I mean, we didn't have to clean after playing with Zenny.
Oh, that's true, but if everything is based with stuff though, you just exponentially get more and more stuff that can possibly fall off your figures.
So I take it you are team not base.
I'm leaning more towards, especially with our storage solution, like all of that stuff is just going to get into it and it's gonna get everywhere. If there's a good rationale why not to, I'm more than happy to hear it.
There's the cool uncle.
Yeah.
You see it? Why, he just looks like the cool biker uncle that takes you to do slightly illegal things. Let's play metallic or not metallic.
This metallic. I think it's all metallic. I think that he used Monuments metallic because it's pretty matte.
Also, can you see on this connecting piece here? That little highlight.
Oh yeah.
It looks in down here as well. That little, it looks so natural, like it's supposed to be there, that you don't even register that it's there.
Also, can we talk about skin tones? Because this is really well done, I feel, for skin tones.
Skin tones, I hate skin tones. They're so hard.
Yeah, because a lot of people will just like throw down like the flesh tone. That works just fine. Flesh, has a little bit more variation than you get. Like here you can see this area is a little bit more dark.
That's because you're making a fist.
Yeah. So it's just, this is for me, believable skin tones.
I also love the goggles.
I love the goggles and I love the helmet.
Yes. Cool uncle.
Yeah, the biker gang uncle.
Yeah, I love it.
Still on Rogue.
Can we go straight to Irene's eye? That scar.
Oh my, I couldn't see it in the big photo, but yeah.
The nose ring looks great. The fur looks great. The scar just, in her individual teeth again.
Look how dirty that metal is.
Yes.
Like, dirty in a good way. But just...
She has seen some stuff.
Yeah, and I think he put some basing material. This looks like a jean, and it kind of looks like, and I don't know if you meant to do this, but it kind of looks like it has a rip in it. Here.
It looks distressed. It looks like... Jean material was one of those things that was always hard for me until it wasn't. And I'm a sucker for a good jean material. Apparently I'm a sucker for a lot of things.
I've never noticed that she has earrings.
She has earrings? See? You can look, you can see that they're very specifically meant to be earrings.
You're 100% right. Those are earrings.
I also, can we just talk about the fur of her jacket, but not her fur?
The fur of her jacket. Oh, yeah. This.
Around the neck?
Yeah.
Me in fur, hair, fabric, those highlightings is one of my favorite things to paint, honestly. And it's just so cool. They look so nice. I really, that knee pad though.
Yeah, it's eye-catching, it's wonderful.
Jesse.
Mizrax. Now, I know from Rogue that he loves painting bones. What? There's nothing funny about that statement.
I was just giggling.
I thought you were...
No!
Okay.
You're the one.
From Rogue likes painting bone, and Mizrax is a great example of that love of...
Bone.
Oh, look at this. Oh, that's so... We need to name him. He's a character now on this character.
No, I use that name for everything.
Jerry.
His name is Jimmy.
Jimmy!
Sorry, Rogue. We've now named the skull on your Mizrax. It's Jimmy. I like the edges of the wings, just the black detailing. I didn't know I needed that in my life. Also, so what are we gonna name the ram skull?
Dean?
Jimmy and Dean. It's stuck now. It's Jimmy and Dean.
Jimmy and Dean.
Mizrax with Jimmy and Dean.
Like the bone ladder. That's fantastic. I love how many the different reds are in her. There's kind of this orangish red, the base red, and then there's lighter red and darker red around the edges and things. Now the composition could be a little better.
Adam!
But I understand.
Jamie, she's a little to the side. She's not quite in the center.
Also, is that a Citadel paint? Rogue. No.
What? There's a Citadel paint there?
That looks like a Citadel.
That's a Citadel paint. I thought you were better than that, Rogue.
And then there's this.
Also, it's a Rogue Raylan.
Rogue. Oh, it's blue. You're right. It's just...
The Eye on the Tiger. It's the Eye of the Tiger.
It's the thrill of the
It's a
fight.
Manticore, though.
And now I can 100% tell. Also, the striping. Love it. Love the stripes. I'm a sucker for stripes.
Look at the mouth, just inside the mouth. Just the detailing in, it looks wet.
It looks really good, and it has how you look into animals' mouths and they have those black spots.
Yeah.
It looks real, and it looks fantastic, and it looks like this manticore has never brushed its teeth, which is a good thing because they don't need to. They're busy eating. What would a manticore eat?
Dwarfs. Cool uncles.
Cool uncles. I'm gonna say metallic just because.
It's metallic.
Yeah, it
I
looks
also-
metallic.
I like the idea of taking the character that was once Jandar turned Utgar and then making a Jandar again.
Raylan 3.5.
All the detailing on the like braiding of her staff.
And that's what Levi did too. I was impressed with that as well. And the blue wings.
Again, that looks leathery. Like lighter blue highlights up in there. The gold, I like the gold wings.
The gold wings are fun. It's very interesting because I think her wings are silver? I can't remember. Like,
I'm not getting up to find her. I will Google. Yeah, silver.
yeah, they're silver. So but it matches very well with the tiger's armor with them being gold. And like, honestly, these are ours. Like, these are ours to make. So if we want to change what the color of people's wings, then have fun.
I know what you mean by these are ours, as in like the community, but you're like, these are ours. These belong to Hexala. Is what I felt.
Like these,
I
like,
know.
when you're painting like, there's no figure
There's no rules.
they're yours. They're ours.
If you want to turn it into Beetlejuice, turn it into Beetlejuice.
Like, we want to see those like alt paint jobs. Like,
the creativity is unknown.
yeah, like Winnie the Pooh.
Spoiler.
We have Samiel. We have a Raylan. Oh, like, look at that face.
And the face is really good. The jewel.
The jewel. It looks like it actually has a symbol on it.
Yeah.
In this photo. And the armor, yeah, it was really well done.
The highlighting on it is so cool. I don't like super comparing one to the other, but so we had, last one was a white tiger and this one is a white tiger. And they still have totally different vibes and I love that.
I like how the nails on this one are like actually kind of like yellowed.
Yeah.
And it matches kind of with the tusks. I like the blue armor. Like the
gray and blue, yeah.
The gray and blue, it kind of reminds me if Raylan went Vidar.
Oh, hey, do you see that back there? Right here?
That's Scorpion Tail.
Manticore. The wings on this one with like that slight but not quite silvery grays.
I also enjoy how people's choice of color for
the
bases. And this is a very minimal amount of the basing material. So maybe that's like the happy compromise, is that you just do enough to kind of get the general gist of the base.
Adam out here trying to start wars.
Why?
About basing material.
I'm not trying to start wars. I'm trying. Oh, and look. Go away. Not you. But the hand.
Yes. You can see the individual fingers. That's something that I'm so bad at. Is it all gets painted one color. If you can find a finger, you can find a finger.
Thank you, Samiel.
I'm so happy. Like.
Okay.
Like, and I've seen all of these already when I was compiling them, but again, it's just with the purple inside of the white that gives it almost a glowing look.
Okay, I like it.
I am so happy that we got like these alt paints and stuff, because this is out there in the best way.
Like, I could stare at that wing
forever.
In Zenithrax's eye?
Yes.
Like matching, like it looks like it's that pinkish color as well.
And then in between all of the armor pieces, just having it.
I would not expect in my brain this kind of blue to go very well with this color purple. But it does.
Somehow it does.
Yeah, it's like the white kind of brings it together, I feel. Again, with the basing.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
She's the vine weaver, so she has a vine just like coming up. That is a really cool touch. I kind of really like her claws too.
Yeah.
These nice white claws.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah.
I hate you. I never would have thought that this color scheme would be my favorite Zenithrax.
Yeah.
But she might be. I think you've been waiting on this one.
Oh man, Sam, why have you cursed us with such a perfect paint job?
I'm only mad that I didn't think of it first.
This oozes Winnie the Pooh blood and honey.
See, and this is what happens when you give people free reign. Like, we get fun things like this. It's perfect.
Fantastic. Irene is going out to find the honey and will murder everything. And
There's Christopher Robin, bro.
Piglet's just cracked open and in the background.
This makes me want to paint the Frost Claws some way to look like the other creatures in the 100 Acre Woods, which is not possible, but I want to.
Oh man, Raylan's kitty is Tigger.
Yes! I'm about to make everybody 100 Acre Woods. Thanks, Sam. You've created a monster.
I feel like one of the exiles or knaves could be Christopher Robin. Killian Vane.
Robin's kind of a wimp. Did you ever watch Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, I watched
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh. I'm not a psychopath.
I love this so much.
Moving on.
I love this, Raylan. Adam, let's play a fun game. Do you know what those colors are?
Asexual.
I'm gonna, looking at these colors, and Sam, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think that's the scheme that you were going for here, and I love it. I could be wrong. It could be another flag that I'm missing.
So I think that supports your theory. This is also Xenothrax.
Yes, by Sam. I never knew I needed a gay Xenothrax, but now I'm happy I have it.
The technical skill of being able to match up
oh my gosh, yeah,
lines,
from one side to the neck.
that just follows. This yellow matches up there to there. So there's actually perspective is everything, right? So there's probably one perspective that they line up perfectly, but yeah, being able to follow this color scheme throughout the figure, really hard.
It's so cool.
Especially because you have to remember, you're not painting normally, with the figure just stationary and you're doing your.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mine stays on the table and I smack it like this with the brush.
That explains a lot.
Hey!
No, Rowan's the better painter.
At least I get paint jobs done in less than 12 hours.
Yeah, and better. But well, at least for me, I'm when I have a figure, it's upside down, right side up. It's all over the place.
The same thing of Winnie the Pooh is just the creativity and the fun, and I can see Sam's personality and spirit in these. It's there's no question that's Sam.
Then we have a Drake repaint, and the most notable thing is that he is no longer a cyborg in gray. So that is a drastic improvement.
You didn't like Cyborg Dude?
This looks really good. Even though I've seen people complain about his
broken wrist.
His broken wrist.
His wrist is broken. Thank you very much. Did you see the laces on the boots?
Oh, that's cool. And then the blue smoke. I wish that Renegade and the design team would do more of this. Have textured bases that you can paint.
Rock shot as well.
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't have to argue about basing.
No, we wouldn't. Because I really enjoy that. And I think that most of them, they got rid of the sticker, right? So, and it's pretty common for miniatures that you paint have some sort of textured base that you can paint on, or add more basing material to. That's not just this plain production thing. But it's something to think about. Well done making the Sergeant Drake look better.
You know what I like about this one? There's only one of them that's visible.
Yes.
That's what she's done. I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but it's still the other two silver ones still kind of keep some of their purple. So it doesn't look like it's just a stone. It does look like it's as if she was moving.
Yeah, moving really fast.
Yeah, it that little bit of just that color out gives that look. I hope that sentence makes English.
Here we have Steve Anderson with probably one of the most vibrant Bobertnas that I've seen.
This is the classic Morrow coloring. You pull out a Morrow Warrior, that's what you're getting. I also love, he's the first one I've seen on the guns, on the weird tubey things to make it two colors.
Yeah, this is.
Because I thought about doing it and then I realized I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, this takes a lot of time and effort to make sure that you don't.
Steady hands.
Especially when these two colors are drastically different from each other.
Yeah.
Because if you get brown on this color, you're going to have to repaint over it a couple times to make sure that it doesn't bleed through or show up. So this contrasting colors next to each other, Like, you must have a steady hand, Steve. The gun, I like the gun. I think it's metallic.
I love on the sword, the little, I don't know if it's a button, what, it looks like it's just like glowing.
Yeah, it looks...
I love it.
And it's kind of like interesting because I've never really thought about what these things do, right? Why are they connected to the weapons? Like, what is their function? Why is it going through the arm? Oh. I've just now noticed that.
Oh, yeah, I noticed it while painting and was like, what?
Oh.
when I painted him.
This is the first time I've seen this, and now I can't unseen it.
Here, let's just go back. Give me the pen. You know what you can now see and not unsee? The fact that he never skips leg day. Never skips leg day. Also, these laces, the threading here.
Yeah.
And these guys, I don't know what these are, but they're cool. I guess you're right. It is the brightest Buckburner I've seen.
Yeah, and I love me some bright, vibrant colors. Okay, Steve, we have to have words. It looks so good.
I'm so angry. I'm so angry at how good this thing looks. And this looks like it hopped off of a comic book.
Yes.
Like it is come straight out of a comic book, and I mean that in the absolute best way. The shading and the highlight. Also, look at the saddle.
Yeah, it's...
I could barely get the saddle one color.
Again, that high contrast, like very stylized look. I'm very much a fan of it.
Did you see her eye?
Yeah. Like it looks, oh man, kind of pearlescent thing. I also really enjoy the antler that goes from gold into the bone. Wet
blending.
Yeah.
I love wet blending. But it's that cartoony kind of vibe, and I remember when he first posted the photo, that I was in the middle of painting Kita, and I had never hated someone so much in my life.
Yeah, because this is fantastic.
This is amazing.
The spectral.
Yes.
And we have Dean and Jimmy.
Oh yes, Dean and Jimmy again.
We're in the spectral plane, Dean and Jimmy. I really like the splats.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Those are really fun.
You're a sucker for a high contrast.
I am a sucker for a high contrast.
You're also a sucker for anything teal and black.
I do appreciate those things. When I first look at this image, I feel like it's a negative of Mizrax.
The issue is that Mizrax is red, so she wouldn't turn this color.
Just with the composition too, it's like everything behind it's white and stuff. So it pops up and like, oh, it's a negative.
Again, the splats are something that I did not know I needed. And I want to know if he did it this one, or if he made an airbrush spit or what.
Crime scene investigator, right? It's like we have to figure out from the splat, we can tell that the model was turned on its edge.
Again, I didn't know if it was just the classic paintbrush one, or if he got an airbrush to spit, or if it was something else.
I would love to know how many of you guys use airbrushes or like spray paint or things. I've seen a lot of people use a lot of different things to paint.
I use paint.
You use paint to paint?
I do use paint to paint. I know, it's crazy.
All right, we have Will Miner. I love the red eyes.
You just love Jim's face.
A little bit, yeah. It's like, but everybody does something a little bit different.
You know what I like? The barrels on all of the guns. They all have a
little bit of green.
It's got the green inside the barrel. And again, the weathering on the breastplate, also on here. And again, this pouch, belt, buckle, whatever. And I also think the blue is a nice color contrast. We use that word a lot. It's a nice color choice, and I like it.
Versus the purple.
He's also got orange on him too.
Yeah, blue and orange are a good combination.
Just like your Killian Vane.
Yeah. The unfortunate fact about 3D models and just pictures is that we're missing like a whole, I would say 75% of a model with a picture, because you only get one angle. There is a lot of stuff here and a lot of detail that we can't get in one picture. So
I see Will is of the thumbnail palette gang. It's sometimes easiest to just do it right there.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Will.
I think that's it.
That's it.
That's everybody.
Well, thank you for sticking with us through this video, and we might do another one. So if we do, we'll probably put an email instead so we can get some better higher quality photos.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the people that submitted. I genuinely thought we'd get like 2 or 3 people and we'd only have like a handful of photos, and we had a lot, and that was awesome. I now feel bad about myself and my painting abilities. So thank you. And my creativity.
All right. Thank you, everyone.